Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Atomfall. We've just entered. We've just entered back into the friendly area of what's it called again? Windham Village, and we do have a cure now for the baker. So the baker needed a cure for her husband. I'm pretty certain. What do you know? Okay, I'll accept that. This. I've got a feeling because this is a side quest, it's going to be basically very cut and dry. We're going to go in there, we're going to have a chat to her, she's going to be like, thank you, and that's basically going to be. Where's the plan? So we're going through, continuing along the path. We're going to take a right.
Don't be causing trouble, alright?
And then we're going to follow this path, and the door's going to be on our right, so I think it's that place there. The bakery.
Did you want something?
Here, I found the tonic you wanted.
Oh Lord, the tonic, thank you. Look, I don't have much, but please, take this. I really am grateful, so very grateful.
First aid kit and a pasty. Hope the tonic helps your husband.
Keep my husband's symptoms at bay, at least for a little while. That's all any of us can ask for, eh? To survive just one more day. Pop back another time, if you'd like to see him. Now, I should be getting on. Bye now.
You. So Holder had the secret lab under the church. That's a quest for here. So let's go and have a look at the secret lab then, shall we? Where's our plan? So we're going right. Then that's the church there.
I said to him, where's my pal Johnny? What you done with him? Watch your step.
Inside the church we go.
Why here of all places? If they'd resolved... Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave.
Note was found howled on Maisie Huggins' corpse in the church. Her blood is still on the pages. Spotted some possible foul play. I'm going to camp out in the ruined cottage. Get a better look. That's a separate quest, right? Yeah. Is a separate quest. But it's just not there. No. Uh, People star in the common name of Keppel's supernova. The last supernova visited to the naked eye to date, it's occurred in 1604 in the constellation of Ophiuchus and was visible even by day and for over 3 weeks. While it is difficult to estimate the range, it could not have occurred more than 20,000 light years away from Earth. It was observed and recorded by disparate civilizations across the northern hemisphere. Ed, Heed the report of the scientist Garrow was captured and carted off the Porkat camp in Scathware Moor. Seems like that's the location of the prison they kept threatening us with. Tread carefully. They've been on high alert ever since they showed up in the town. Might be the best to lay low uh, until things calm down, eh? Okay. Open leads in window. Place we're looking for. The lab into the church. Cellar. Rotten cellar.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you. Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff.
No, I'm not. Dr. Hanwood. It's an interesting conjunct, unhappily. The only way we can discover if the growth will form specific and spectacularized organs is where to grow large enough is allowed to free reign, and it would hope the argument against that are self-evidence. Even at this generalized level, the organic materials is very interesting, showing chemical characteristics not dismissory of those found in the human brain and nervous tissue holder.
Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them.
I found a clue in the lab to explain the medical facility.
You found it? place tight?
Found a key card that works on the doors.
Found one. Just found a key card. I believe you. It's so ludicrous that I searched to no avail. Will you just find one? Too ludicrous to be untrue. The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realise what this means? If you have access to the interchange,
Yeah.
then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall.
Steady on. When it just walked in here.
5 years. And now so little time left. I'm sorry. You're perfectly right, of course. You have not a reason in the world to trust me at such short acquaintance. Yet the fact remains. You must. So much depends upon it. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, first we thought it was benign.
Okay.
Beneficial even, according to the early results.
Go on.
In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form.
Then we have to stop it. And I do.
I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper, all the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section.
Ah, very well. See what I can do.
Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck.
Ooh. Ah, so I've just unlocked this. Improve resistance to all sources of infection. Perfect. Improves resistance to all sources of radiation. Yes, please. And what else is there? Dr. Hold does hold. Easy. Search case, yes. Memo to medical staff. The transposition of the cores amp to the special facility on the lower floor has been successfully completed. It is not, however, complete satisfactory in my opinion. I laid down a list of safety measures that were all to the observed. Well, wait, that were all to be observed, not treated like some manner of a la carte menu. Safety margins were inexcusably shaved. I would remind you all that on matters of institutional safety, I am the final arbiter and not Dr. Garrow. Dr. A. Holder. Cool. Cool. Okay, so let's go to our leads. And I'm thinking, crack this bloody note. And we have to see what we're doing about this bloody note. Okay, so we are going right, and next left. We're following that all the way down until there. Okay, cool. Note found on a murderous victim. Body suggests that they planned to camp out in the ruins outside of the Medwell Valley. I just follow this road all the way until we get to the place we need to go to. Or we get to some place where we can put stuff in a chamber we can just send to straight up. It's been too quiet. It's been too quiet. At least something is going on. Keep your eye open for me, as usual. You spot one of them acting off. Bring it to me. Lower a note scribbled a different handwriting. Note on any recent movement, please. Maryview Hotel. Cross the stream and turn right. Head up the hill, then turn right again. Up the narrow stone strip. When went round back. Rat infested cellar. What are you up to? This place to go to. How up there? It's rat infested, so be prepared. Sisters and brothers are making headway in the Wyndham. The protocol imposes harsh restrictions by the day, and it wears the village down. But the worse they get, the more they are willing to listen. I tell them of the purpose of the voice of the soil. Some are wary, seeing how the captain breeds us as corrupt and pagan. The others are receptive. When I can, I'll bring them to the woods to meet you. I hold the purpose safe and secret. Heathen that is the captain doesn't suspect a thing to him. I'm just a humble shopkeeper. Thank you for your guidance. I look forward to the day I can join you and hear the voices for myself, Morris. This is a separate one. Now I can make Molotovs. Maybe healing consumables restore more health over time. Yes, they fucking will. Uh, it's one thing to have made Molotov cocktails, but we have no idea if they work on the robots. Friskies would chuck them into the engine vents of the Jerry Panzers, but there's now like that on the robot. I think we need something more. Once we do it, there'll be a proper Barney in the Proti bastards find out to try and find machines that's on its own. Be ready to run if it doesn't work though. Isn't the place we need to go. Okay, the investigation. Okay, so this is the next one. Morris Wick. We share in a concern if the vicar's spy, one you call Maiden, has discovered your purpose. Must deal with her. Captains means only to bring pain to the soil and its children. You must stay hidden until the day comes when we all may sing the same voice. Silence Maze, return her to the soil. God fucking damn it, we just lost the thing. Okay, map. Check location and loan. Kill the one they call Maisie. I'm gonna, when we get into the area and we have a look around. I might save it here just in case, like, we find her and we can't like get to her properly. Flint, you never find us for long, fiend. You have tiger by its tail, and no mistake. Archdruid, mad laugh. You think your threats can frighten me, Sergeant Jack Flint? Soon the master plan will go into action, and all my enemies within the zone shall be turned into trees, Flint. That's what you think, Archdruid. What? What do you mean by that? Flint, uh-oh. You like to know. Kind of would, yeah. Maybe we can... Because I know it's near the place, maybe we can go and chat to... Maybe we can chat to the woman in the bakery, because she might know a bit more.
Oh, it's awful. He escaped. I left the door standing to for 1 second while I was dealing with a customer and he got out. He was over the wall like a monkey at the zoo. I've never seen anything like it. I think he must have run for the woods. Oh, I've done all I can. He's lost me now. I just hope he'll do no harm to anyone.
So you said the tunnel would help him get better. Find his way out. Perhaps it's best.
Well, I suppose I hoped for a miracle, fool that I am. But this time, his eyes... It was like he was possessed. He just shoved right past me. What's the use? He's gone. And you helped me, which I'm grateful for. I'd best get back to work, I suppose. Carrying on.
I just unlocked all this stuff. So, get health. Food consumption gets you damage reduction. Both effects from consumables last longer. Harvest long spells from... Oh, that's the blue finger. That's the one that we were looking at. Ah. So it was useful. Even if we couldn't see the husband, it was... useful to come back. Of course, it looks after the bakery for a spell. I'll bring some broth over for you fellas too. Uh, Healthy meal always the best medicine. Come by the garage in the morning and you can collect the key from you. I won't dare ask for you to have... Wait, I won't dare ask you... But just make sure the spoil... Okay. But it's pointless because we've already done the quest. So that was meant to help us do the quest. In case we got broke in, maybe? That's what I'm thinking.
Did you want something?
Nah.
I know.
Oh well.
Get a move on, you lot. You're never gonna make your salvage quota arsing around like this.
What do you need all this sodding metal for anyway?
The artificer needs it for armor, the kit we use to keep you lot safe. So stop your flaming moaning and get on with it.
But look at this lot. You expecting Genghis bloody Khan or something?
Oh, you're welcome to go and have a look what's beyond the perimeter if you want. Get a little taste maybe of what's out there. No? Thought not. Get on with it.
Not right. The village should be allowed to govern itself.
Yeah. It's called her, right? Vicar. Show this evidence to the vicar. Get more evidence.
Let's not have any trouble.
Go straight to the vicar then, shall we? Over here?
Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please.
Want me to ignore a corpse?
These are awful times. If news of this gets out, things will get worse, I assure you. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here.
Found a letter of Miss Wicks, the murder.
The shopkeeper. Good heavens above. I knew something was off about him, but nothing as foul as that. Then I must ask something of you. You're embroiled in this now, as much as we are. To find absolution, well, you must find some way to deal with Morris. An ally to those heathens in the woods is a danger to the village. Not that I'm suggesting you. Well, I'll leave it to your judgment.
What I can do?
Thank you. It is a terrible thing to ask, I know. Now that Maisie is dead, there is no one else I could trust to be able to carry out such a task. And in the spirit of reciprocation, if you are in need of my help, you need only ask.
Found him out. You?
You did? I see. Well, yes, it's true. She ran errands for me from time to time. I asked her to keep an eye on certain people. She has had quite a talent for it. I have a certain arrangement of sorts with some of the villagers. In a world as terrible as this, with evil in the soil and a military boot on their necks, who can blame those who turn to the church for protection? I offer what I can, in return for a small donation to the church. But it is necessary for me to keep some eyes on them as well. in case they waver.
Yeah.
There is a lot of temptation within the zone, and temptation too easily leads to corruption.
Yeah. Oh.
Farewell, and God bless you.
Okay, so investigations. Village. This is the one that I've just been to. Deal with Morris. This is the one. So deal with Morris then, shall we? Okay, let's do a save just outside of here, just in case the dealing with it doesn't go very well. There's like a soldier in here or some shit. Right.
A new customer. How'd you do? Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick,
Hello.
owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy.
On the la. Right?
Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look, just hear me out. See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor, like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that un, and so is Vicar. Summat had to be done.
Vicar was spying on you?
Him? My socks are holier than he is. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet. Or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is. Pure and simple.
Protocol have you killed? You can't justify murder.
Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere Vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Ah, lawful, I can't stop me. Ordered blood. Get out of one and I won't have to get the soldiers involved. Bargaining. Make worth my while and nobody else has to know about it. Ah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna go.
You're just the same as her, a bloody quisling. I'll make you sorry for that.
probably going to start a big riot. I can now craft painkillers though. That has, if that helps anything about it. We can now do painkillers. Sharrow Moor. It's just before the Sharrow Moor actually.
Better than nothing, mind it.
Where's this place? This place is called the Dales, which is the place we first went to. Dales. Radio tower, so we can't do that either. So we are looking at the Sharrow Moors, aren't we? Where are we going? We're going left. Yeah, follow this road and we take a right at the Windmill Garage.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
I think it's this here.
Not sure about you.
We go all the way to the end and there should be another thing we can go and do before we leave.
Don't be causing trouble, alright?
Are we actually going out to here? That looks like it's over there. There's only one way to find out, and that's to leave to Sharrow and see if it shows up as go back. Right? If it shows up as go back, then we know it's in that place. If it shows up as continuing through here, then we know it's in here somewhere. It shows up as continuing. Yeah, cool. So, what investigations do we have going on in Shaw? We have Infiltrator. You can hear voices. That's the closest one. I've got a feeling we are going to do that one first. So let's have a save. That is where we are going to end today's episode. Again, thank you everyone for jumping in. Massively appreciated. We'll be back again tomorrow to be playing. Let me have a look. It will be Bleeding Edge is tomorrow's game for the Game Pass. Thank you everyone for watching. And then, yeah, just hope you have an amazing day, and we'll speak to you in the next episode. Bye.